like, when is it starting? What's good in the web? This is your boy Q back again, and I almost didn't make it. It's what? Only a few days. Don't judge my math. Few days left for August, before August is over, and I said I was going to be doing podcasts and vlogs per once a month at minimum. But you know, I made it, at least with the vlog. So, you know, for all the people who are new to my channel, first off, I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for supporting me, because I just want y'all to know this is just a secret, because a lot of people don't, well, it ain't really a secret. It's just like unknown to most people who watch YouTube. Most people who watch YouTube just think that if you get like 1,000 views, you rich and you can just quit your day job and enter YouTube. No, YouTube it's work, and I'm out there on them YouTube streets, them hardcore YouTube streets producing content. So I do appreciate everybody, big, little, small, Sega, Genesis, or Super Nintendo fan. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the continued support. I promise it won't be in vain. We're going to infinity, and hopefully 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That'd be nice. Merry Christmas, Q. So the question is, what have I been up to? Well, last week my video schedule was all a little jumbled and bumbled because my mom and myself and a little bit of the family had decided to do a barbecue for my grandfather. My grandfather's 92 years old. So, you know, it's always a thing to do a event for a barbecue or a party or anything, just family in general. But when you're doing a black barbecue, it's a little bit extra, a little seasoning salt extra, a little paprika extra. It was a little extra, so I was a little tired, exhausted from that, and my whole filming and my whole script writing schedule and everything was just all tore up and tore down. But I'm back and I'm here, and you know what? What I have been doing lately as far as the video content is I've been doing really good with being consistent and making videos at least 5 days a week, which, but so far so good. My plan is still to do that while being able to at least deliver one parody and or like review or something per week and a stream. And then I really want to get on this show. For those who have been following me for a while, I used to do this show where I used to wear sports jacket. I mention it on like every vlog too. That means it's still in my heart to do it. It's the GEAK show. I got the graphics and everything done for it. But just like everything in life, it's usually like money and time. And in this aspect, it's more so of the time, because I have to adult, damn it. And then I have to, you know, do the other things, but I'm going to make some time to do that. I still have to make some time to, I was working on this demo with this battle game with me and a few friends on RPG Maker, and I wanted to release a beta before the end of the summer. I'm super ambitious, I know, but I did want to do that because I always felt that if it's anything that you want to do or that means something to you, you're going to take a little time for it. So even if you're taking 2 hours a day to do or pursue a dream, it's better than not doing anything. And my dream is still to make video game content and create video games, which brings me to, and I'm sorry, I'm jumping around, y'all, but you know, that's just me. I jump around, but I always am in the same ballpark. And I also want to work on my own other games, Refugee, and I got a whole bunch of other stuff up here. I just wish if y'all could see it, I got so many different ideas. Like when I just did that Final Fantasy 15 parody the other day, or last week. I have been wanting to do that since I started YouTube, and since, well, Final Fantasy 15 came out. But time, and then I had some videos already on lock, so I just said, let me just do it, and just took a day to do it. And I actually really like it. That's actually one of my favorite videos. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I put some work into that one. Please check it out. It'll mean a lot to me. I thought it was funny. What I also want to do is write some graphic novels and stuff like that, and everything. But you gotta crawl before you walk. You know, you gotta get your feet wet with everything. But I guess before I move on from anything like that, or I guess the thing I want to say as far as with making video games, the reason why I really enjoyed the Nindies coming to the Switch, and it's a whole bunch of Nindies. I know a lot of people, I just did a video on that too about the Direct, the Indie Direct, but why so many people are angry with the Nintendo Indie Game Directs and stuff, and just a whole bunch of Nindies. I feel that Nindies are really good because it's creator support, and that encourages me, puts that spirit that I can do it, and I can make a Nindy and stuff. So that feels good to be able to see other creators that's out there on their grind doing it as well. And that one thing I like about a lot of these indie games, especially the role-playing games or games that have a functionality where it's not just basically you're just looking at the graphics so much to speak, you're actually using the creators are actually using gameplay, and they're using the story to actually tell the story. And that's why I fell in love with video games in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I love graphics. I remember when the full motion videos came out in like 97, and we had all these cutscenes in CG and non-gameplay, but the game, you know what I mean. And I love it, and I love that certain games need to be that, but then again, not every game needs to be that. My lights flicker. I don't know if y'all seen that. My light is flickering. I might need a new bulb. But I love that aspect. I love that aspect of things. But damn, do I need to cut it off? Mess up my whole little setup. It's too dark now. It's too dark now. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place in my lights. And went out. I do need another bulb. It's smoking and stuff and everything else. I'm silhouetting, but it's cool. Thank you for still being here. What was I saying though? Basically, the moral of what I wanted to convey, other than what I was doing in the channel direction, which I've already stated that. Is the lighting okay? See, the crazy part about film and production is this was a 2-day, 3-day, thing. It was just all jumbled up and stuff because, life. But before I forget, and one of the main things that I did want to jump on here and talk about, I've already talked about the Nindies a little bit and some dreams and aspirations that I want to do in the future, which I've stated before. And I've also said and talked about the scheduling and stuff, what I want to do with still doing Geek News, but also being able to do streams and also being able to produce parodies and or reviews and stuff like that. But I want to say again, before I forget, shout out to my homegirl, Nia, the video game her. I'll put a link in the description below to all the people I'm talking about. Check her out. She invited me to a group with her homeboy, Cassio, which is one of the main leaders and proponents and people of the Planet of Extraordinary. I always get it tongue twisted. Forgive me, y'all. But EJBON, the Extraordinary Journey of Black Nerds. Planet EJ. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Just look, it's going to be a link in the description below. It's the Planet of Extraordinary Journey of Black Nerds. My acronyms are trash right now, but that's cool. But shout outs to them inviting me into their group. Ia makes videos, Cassio makes videos. We got some other videos and people producing videos in the works too, so go ahead and check that out. Check out the Facebook page, which is always popping on the Facebook page. I'm always checking alerts from Planet Extraordinary Journey of Black Nerds. Recently started working with RPG Fan, and if you guys aren't familiar with RPG Fan's been around since 1998. Some of my favorite RPG games like Valkyria Chronicles, which I played like back in 2012 or something, and I always remember that was a special time to me because I was going through some shit at the time, and it's one of the greatest elixirs is to play a great game when you're going through some life shit, and that's exactly what happened. And I remember reading the review, and it was no spoilers or anything, and boom, instantly one of my favorite games. So I've been following them since 2000 when I first had my own computer, so that was a hot ass minute ago. and they were accepting positions for writers and X, Y, and Z, yada yada yada. They see my YouTube page, so I'm going to be producing content for them as well, starting next month, which is technically today is the 31st, so that's tomorrow. But I'm gonna start doing things for them, exclusively talk about role-playing games. Y'all know I talk about role-playing games here, but I'm gonna be doing role-playing game footage and stuff, talking about that. So go ahead and check them out too. I'll put a link in the description below as well. I'm gonna have to go back and look at all these links. I'm gonna have to put in. One of my main proponents of this whole video, and I say this on every vlog, life is hard and life is short. Follow your dream. If you ain't hurting nobody, and if you can do it, follow your dream. And I don't mean you can do it, but just follow your dream and what's deep down in a passion inside of you. Find some kind of way to take an hour or 2 hours or however much time you do, even if it's 5 minutes at a break, to write a script or to do this or something. If you want it bad enough, it's going from here, take it out. You know, just do it. I know Nike has the perfect little slogan, just do it, but real shit, just do it. It's not gonna be easy. It's just like working out. It's like stopping doing certain things. You can do it. You can do it. Just focus on what you want to do. Write it down. Writing things down, look, it's always a plus. If we knew all the notes and other tablets, and look at this, to write shit down. And when they made Google Drive and OneNote and all these different apps and stuff where you can write and put documentation on, utilize this stuff, especially this freeware and stuff. Utilize all this stuff that you can. This is the age, it's 2018, that you can, I'm not going to say it's no excuses, but there is no excuses to a degree, because I had a teacher that told me way back in the day when I was in college. It was me and my homeboy. We was the only two black dudes in the class. He wanted to work for Disney. I wanted to work for Square, or at least make my own RPGs, which still hasn't changed. And he said, you know, it's such a small market, not only for black folks in video game, or I mean for Disney, but just in video game industry, which is a predominantly Asian market, and Disney was a predominantly Caucasian market at the time. He said it's going to be hard to do it. And I remember something that always resonated with me. He said this, and this doesn't have to do with race, but I'll just give you my personal story with things, is no excuses. He was like, no excuses. Don't make no excuses. No excuses anything. You want it, go get it done. By hook or by crook, don't do no crooked shit and say, you know, Q, or, you know, the geek told me to do it. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'm out here on these YouTube streets for myself. I ain't trying to get caught up for y'all, but no, for real. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can think it, you can do it. One of the most powerful things about us as being human beings is our imagination. If we can think it or imagine it, we can do it. Just find your niche and your way to be able to do it, my brothers and sisters, and y'all can do it. But I'm gonna close because I've been all over the place. This is a few days mixed up with a whole bunch of stuff and lighting. I still haven't got my other light. The damn thing was smoking, and I just had to turn on my backups. But you know what? I appreciate y'all's support. Continue support. I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline. If you haven't checked me out on Instagram. I've been posting my other little commercial bumpers and things on there. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Damn it, I'm everywhere. I'm like, what is the credit card? What is it? MasterCard? Everywhere, you know, or is that Visa? Where you need to be. I think that's MasterCard. Except, you know, I ain't got the pockets like MasterCard like that. But anyway, yeah, check me out on all these different social medias and stuff like that. I have been working on bumpers and commercials, so I have been doing that as well. So if you haven't seen that, it's on my stories on Instagram, where I have, like, I almost spoiled who it was, but I did a little thing where I mixed in the Pokemon, but instead of, it's such a lack of representation for black characters in the media, so I did a Who's that black person? So check that out. I have a series going on with that. I'm doing commercials and other stuff that I'm working on. So yeah, check me out in all these places. Again, I appreciate it for everybody who supported me, who's watching this, because this is a long video, but it is a vlog. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do an otaku on chill. Like I said, my schedule got a little jumbled up from the barbecue and everything this last week. But I'm back, and I'm making a more ambitious stride this month, because when you at a certain spot, low on a certain spot, it ain't nowhere but to grow, but to get higher. And I'm talking about in regards of my channel and everything else. And remember, interweb, as always, I almost like, if you can dream it, you can be it. It's like my new motto for vlogs. You can dream it, you can be it. But remember, interweb, whew, I forgot. Eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'll holler at y'all later. And one day, soon, I gotta do my logo again. I'm gonna have my shirts too. My shirts and my coffee mug. I ain't gotta use the generic one. I'm gonna have it pretty soon. But I'll holler at y'all later. Till next month. Until then, I might do a stream. Peace.
Do you want another look? Life is short and you might not get the chance to see a hot young girl like me again.